Yeah, hi Carmine. My name's Henry. I was calling you about the property I have on. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. I was only calling you because my partner and I are selling a building of ours, and we're going through a 1031 exchange. And I was just curious if you'd be totally against the idea of selling the building here.
Yeah, now I run my trucking company out of here.
Oh, you do?
So
Okay,
we were, yeah, so
gotcha.
wouldn't really be interested in selling it.
Would you be open to the idea of a lease back if the price was right?
So my father's the owner. Basically, he always tells me if I get phone calls like this to tell people $10 million and he'll sell it.
Gotcha.
So
I can understand.
that's his price.
That makes sense. Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, do you and the family have, I mean, do you think the family has any other assets that they would be open to selling? I mean, I just have to move a few million bucks or, I'm not giving it to the IRS. So,
So yeah, no, I understand your that's the other part that we'd have to find something ourselves too.
right.
Um, I mean, I don't, it's not for sale. The only other spot we have is in Booton. It's technically it's like we pay our taxes to Parsippany, but it's on the border. So it's technically actually in the address is in Booton, but it's in Parsippany.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right
definitely
up
would
to
look into it.
87.
I like Booton a lot.
That's the only space that because we're not in there, so it's not again it's something we're not looking at selling, but price is right. I'll bring the stuff to my father. That's what I do with this. I
Gotcha.
get phone calls a lot.
Do you know the square footage of that property?
It's just about 30,000 square feet.
So just under 30,000? Okay, just taking notes here. One second, because I got to take it to my partner as well, see if we can make you an offer. And then you said it's 100% occupied, but you do not occupy it.
No, that one is so we got about 5,000 square feet not occupied.
Got it. What type of tenancy do you have there? I see like a components business, manufacturing, packaging.
Yep. So yeah, the one guy up front, in stock wireless. They office space, small little warehouse. They do something with cell phones.
Got it.
Making little components for cell phones. Then the next guy over is landscaping. So they have their office in there. So they're a landscaping company. They have their yard is right in front of that, and someone has their technically their personal residence, and then behind it is their yard. So then they wanted an office, so they have an office in our space. Next guy over is it's called Mylar Men, and they basically package either weed or cigarettes, e-cigarettes, like all that kind of packaging for that. They design packaging stuff like that for kind of that world.
Gotcha.
Then you got an upstairs space is a defense contractor. They just have office space. Then another guy is a window installer in New York City and around, and he has two spaces that are warehouse only. And then another guy does machining, and basically torque or next torque. They make tiny little things for tools.
Cool. All right, so you got a bunch of tenants there. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and then roughly,
it's all mixed between that. Good, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say like roughly on like a monthly basis, you guys are making, I'm guessing based on price per square foot, like what, roughly like 12 to 14 a foot gross, or what are you guys making on a monthly basis or even annually?
So it's about 26,000 a month in revenue.
Gotcha,
So yeah,
26,000 a month. So
about 12 a foot. About 12 a foot, roughly.
yeah, okay.
Bigger because it would be if it was, because I'm right around. I was always over 30 when, and it's like I said, it was under 30, so it's a little bit more than 12, kind of in that range.
Gotcha. You said it's like right around 30,000 feet, almost exact.
Yeah, I think technically it was like 29,740. I think is the number off the top of my head.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then we have an extra basement storage space that we just need. I've had people in there with just storage. An extra $800 a month for a pretty large storage area.
Okay, great. That's not included in the 20, that's not included in the 29,740, is it?
That's just it was always kind of like this extra space. I'm like, if I can get a couple, an extra grand, an extra 800, whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. And then do you have anybody who's paying for any of the parking outside, or is that just tenancy?
Yes, I have a couple RVs that are parked there that pay cash, and then demolition guy that we're friendly with that he can pays cash.
And then it looks like here, so again, off of like the 26,000 a month gross, which I'm guessing, so that means you pay taxes, insurance, the utilities and other things, right? Okay, so I'm guessing you guys are bringing in like what, like 200 net after taxes and insurance and all that jazz? I mean, taxes are like 50 and change. Taxes, I mean, insurance, I'm guessing is
Yep.
like 20 and change.
Insurance is like 15.
Yep.
It's got a sprinkler, so it's a little cheaper.
I'm
Yeah.
ballparking like 200.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just kind of running, going through numbers as you're saying this what
Sure.
it is, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, sure. That sounds about right.
I've done this enough times to kind of get rough gauges. So, I mean, based off of the numbers, I mean, like, even at like a 6.5% cap rate, which, debt's about that. So it's not like a crazy return. You'd be at something around like maybe
Mm.
3 million bucks for it.
So we wouldn't do that.
Where do you think you'd need to be to even start getting to a point of consideration?
No idea. I'd have to. That's something my father would have to take into consideration. Not
If
me.
I was able to get you an offer in like 4 million bucks, is that even reasonable? I mean, which is like basically a five
Uh,
cap, which I don't even know what's selling for that, but
yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying. I don't think he would sell it for that now. Just because I mean, it's long term. It's going to make us more over time and everything. So.
sure. I mean, where do you think it starts getting interesting for him?
But again, that's what I'm saying. These numbers are higher than, what I know someone would really want to pay.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, why
That's
don't
what I'm figuring, long term. Because again, this is also long term for myself. So,
no, no, for sure. Obviously,
you
like,
know, my brother and
the one thing I also like to
again,
have people consider.
I'm not looking to sell. It's just, like
No,
I said,
if
it
the
would have to
numbers make
be
sense, I get it.
something where he's like,
I mean, like the one thing also I like to stress, just because like I also, I raise a bunch of money. I work with, high net worth individuals all the time, and we have conversations like this a lot, which is like, analyzing their portfolio and saying like, hey, what assets are giving you the highest rates of return, and which ones are, if they're only giving you maybe a 5% or 8% a year return, or it's like you could be churning money so much faster and so much easier with other properties. You know what I mean? It's like squeeze the juice out of one
mm,
asset, and once you've done it, the point of keep, the holding on to it doesn't really help you down the road. You know what I mean? You might as well just take the
mm,
money and move it into a better asset that can compound at 15 or 20+% per year. Because even if you only got, let's say, 4
yeah,
million for this, which I'm not saying you'd take.
yeah. But where are you finding that? Where are you finding that property? That's what I want to know. Or what
No,
asset?
but it's not about. Let me show you what I mean. Like, and I'm not saying you're going to take 4 million.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just saying like, even if you took less than you
Yeah.
wanted. So let's say you took 4 million and you took $4 million and you go buy, a 7 or 8 or $10 million building, which you could then increase to the value by, call it 10, 20, or 30%, and you could obtain over a 2, 3, 4, or 5 year period of time a 15 to 20% internal rate of return. Right now, this building, you're only making 200, and I don't see it going to 400. You know what I mean? I don't even know if we'll see it go to 300 net. You know what I mean? For at least a while. So it's like the ability of you capturing, for every extra $100,000 in net operating income, you're talking about, 1 million to 1.5 million in value. You've done a good job squeezing the juice out of this property, but it's like, look, could you hold on to it and, hope and pray someone's going to try to pay you a stupid number for it? Sure. And maybe I have a family office who maybe is willing to throw some money into a deal, and, maybe we
Yeah.
could pay a little bit more of a premium. But I'm saying I think that, your family, especially, if this is an investment, it should be treated as an investment. So if it's not making you a reasonable rate of return, and for me, reasonable is 15 and north. I mean, ideally, we don't buy anything that's less than 25%. When you're looking at something like this, and, obviously you guys sound like, super reasonable people, it's like, it's only making you maybe 5% a year on your money. If you had 4 million in the market, you'd be
Yeah.
making more. So that's why it's just like
Yeah.
maybe there is a number that we can come to that makes everybody happy, and we can help you find another asset to move things into.
I understand what you're saying, but I mean, again,
No, look, I obviously look. You and I are just shooting the shit
um,
on the phone, right? Like, obviously, I'm not expecting you just to make a decision
yeah,
like willy-nilly here.
yeah,
Maybe we could talk to your father and try to get a gauge of where he needs to be. But look, first and foremost, I'm gonna run some numbers. I'm gonna talk to some of my partners and see if I can get you an offer that's anywhere, north of 4. Even though, to be honest with you, like that's a 5 cap, and at 6 million, it's like a 3.25 cap, which Blackstone isn't even paying 3.25 caps. Blackstone would probably be paying maybe a 4 to 4.5 million dollar number, maybe 5. But
mhm.
I'll run some numbers and see what we can do to at least get you something in writing. And if it's even worth the time, maybe we'll all jump on a call and see if we can figure out a better asset. Like as an example, we have a partner of ours where we're working on a deal right now where it's a mixed use deal, The seller's looking for an 8% cap rate day one. You'd be making almost double the rate of return you're making right now in another, and right, basically one or two towns over. So, anyways, I'll get
Yeah.
something in writing. Is this your cell, Carmine?
Yeah, it's myself. Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll shoot you a text with my contact information, and then just text me back your email. Okay.
Okay. Works.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carmine. Have a great day. I like his building a lot. I really do. But they're out of their freaking minds when it comes to pricing. And, I'm going to do what I can. Here's the big thing. I know, and I'm doing it more for theatrics, just for content purposes with you guys here on the training, but I'm not even talking to the decision maker. So, like, as much as, like, I'm going to have some specific kind of conversations here, I'm trying to talk to you like, if he was the decision maker, you should be having conversations like that on.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, it's Henry, Aiden's partner. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Amazing, wonderful. I was calling you to do a few things. One, just wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and a nice holiday weekend with the family.
You also?
Thank you so much. And then, Mike, listen, I know we've been calling you nonstop. I feel like it's never the right time. I'm getting the feeling you don't really care about selling the property.
If you get me the right customer, I'm ready to sell it today.
Well, listen, let's talk about this real quick. I feel like I have two people who I have, they've walked the property. I've given them every bit of the detail you've provided. However, they're just a little bit concerned without like which by the way, we built a proper rent roll, a completely built out version. They just want to understand maybe when the leases are up, like who's on triple net, who's on not, who what do they pay
How did you build out a rent roll?
based on all the verbal conversations we've had. We put it into a spreadsheet and we made it look pretty.
Okay. You want to send it to me? I can look at it.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah, not a problem. Well, look, so Mike, I'll do that today. That's not a problem. What I am asking you though is like, look, we've presented you offers around like the four and change range, many times, right? Do you feel like you're in a mindset where you feel like you can make sense of moving forward on something?
Yeah, we can make mindset, but I think you should try to get me like 6 million.
Well, based on your income, I don't know who on planet Earth who can do that. I mean, we can get you 4 million net to you. That's probably most of the people, by the way, offered 3.5, 3.7, 3.8, 4 million. I could probably get into net.
Then when I'll sell it, they'll all come back. Oh, why didn't you tell me? I would have given you more money. You know the way the story goes.
Well, I don't know who's saying that they're going to give you more money. I mean, like this is. I can get you. Like, I mean, is it even something you'll consider a net of 4 million?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Is it worth it for me putting it in writing? Because I've already given you a bunch of offers in writing, and I feel like I just never hear back.
Well, you gave me in writing and you had contingencies on there.
Well, of course, there's going to be some contingencies. If you want no contingencies,
Say the guy's gonna.
listen, Mike, if you want no contingencies, you're going to get 3.5 million cash closing 45 days. No contingencies, other than maybe an environmental inspection, and that's it. Right? If you want no contingencies. If you're open to contingencies, I can probably get you a net of 4 million bucks.
Why can't you get me more?
Because your income is very low and it's a bunch of old buildings that need renovation and the rents aren't, like they're not,
So let him back down and put up a whole new development.
the problem is, a development, your land is not going to be worth, like because you can only build retail and the parcels, it's not like you own the entire center block. Right? Like there's a bunch of parcels you don't own, and it would just be the weirdest looking shopping center in history. Like, it would be like a big Z, like a zigzag. It'd be kind of weird. It's not really a development deal. You're buying it for what it is, and it's just got to produce some decent income. So I think, again, I can get you a net of 4 million bucks. And if you're open to seller financing, I could probably get you a little bit more money.
I'm not a bank.
I understand. Well, look, if you're not a bank, then you're going to get what an everyday individual gets, not a bank, So why don't we, do you think if I can get you an offer for 4 million with minimal contingencies that you'd be able to make sense of moving forward?
What are the minimal contingencies?
Environmental inspection and a mortgage. And maybe contingent on reviewing the financials because there's no financials other than what we had to build together, but very minimal stuff. No crazy inspections.
Send me the breakup you made in the things and send me a letter and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll get you a letter of intent that nets you 4 million. Okay, a $4 million LOI.
Send me what you sent him on the rent roll.
No, I was saying I'll send you that. I'm gonna send you an LOI, and I'm gonna send you the copy of the rent roll that we built out, and you can take a look at it. Okay.
You got it, Chief.
Thanks, Mike. Have a good one. So this deal is like a I don't remember how many specific buildings, but something in the vicinity of 8, 9, or 10 buildings. Okay, all sporadically around this little pocket, and they're not even like they're adjacent parcels, but it's not like a straight line, which I would have liked. Like if it's like an entire city block kind of thing, it's not. Like it's a little bit more of a suburban area, and it's like partial, like inside the lot and like flag lots and all. It's like a very weird, funky layout, and it's like something like 8, 9, or 10 buildings, and then it's also like I'm guessing, but something like 12 to 20 apartments, and then another maybe 25 to 40,000 square feet of retail. So it's a very funky situation. And the building, it's like it's only generating like 500 a year. When again, do you think about 40,000 feet of retail? 40,000 feet of retail just at and this is a decent location. The buildings are just a little weird, but it should be bringing in at least 15 triple net. So 15 triple net on 40,000 feet is 600K triple net. And he's bringing in like 500 gross across the board. It's kind of just terrible. And he's like, why can't you get me 6 million? Well, because your rents suck. So I'm trying to buy it at like a day one 8 cap because it's honestly a really deal. It's like a weird, it's just weird. It's a weird deal, and no one likes weird stuff. I don't like weird stuff. Anyways, we continue. Yeah, hey, Ed, it's Henry again. We spoke about the property in Linden. How you doing?
Okay.
Just wanted to follow up with you. I don't know if you ended up selling it, but I know you said you were speaking to somebody else at the time.
Yeah. It's no closing yet, but it's basically sold.
Got it. Okay, both, and they're buying both, right? The two family and the other building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I follow up with you in a month and see if it went through?
Yeah, you could, because next month we're going to sit down and get everything ironed out. I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah, check with me at the end of January.
Okay, and then just to be clear, did you plan on doing a 1031 exchange, or did you're just looking to pay the tax and move on?
I haven't even thought about any of that yet. So once I sit down and we figure out what's going on with the guy that's supposed to be buying it, we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You as well. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
I tried to buy this property. He ended up getting a stupid number from this guy. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. He ended up getting like twice what I was willing to pay. I was like, I take it. I mean, if it's legit, take it. But you never know. Sometimes it's not legit. Yeah, hey, John, my name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Great. I was calling you because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and we're trying to move some money for tax purposes. And I was curious if you'd be totally against the idea of selling the building here.
How much you want to give me for it?
Do you occupy it yourself, or is this an investment for you?
Investment.
An investment. Okay. So I'm guessing you have a tenant who occupies the building?
Yes, I do.
Gotcha. So I mean, I guess it would be dependent on what they're paying. Do you like how much are they paying? Probably like what, 250, 300 a year?
Something like that. Yeah.
Is it triple net, or do you pay the taxes and insurance? Okay. So, I mean, obviously $100,000 in net income swing obviously changes the deal. I mean, whatever the net income is, I'd probably be able to pay you probably like a 7 cap or so. So if that's, round quick numbers for you, we'd be at, let's see, 200,000. Again, this is just, if it was 200,000, which I believe would be very, very low, would only be 2.8 million. But if it was 300,000 divided by 7 cap, it'd be like around 4 million.
Wasting my time.
What do you feel like you think it's worth?
Minimum 5.
Minimum 5. So got it. So you're looking for like 2 and change a foot.
Probably looking for 250.
Well, look, I mean, if the income's high enough, I mean, we can maybe get close to it. I mean, if the, and the lease is very strong.
No, the people have been with me 17 years.
Gotcha.
They got a 5-year lease.
Gotcha.
They pay $10 a square triple net.
So they're at like 230 or so.
There's a 5% increase per year.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Just curious, how long is the lease run for?
I got 5 years.
Oh, 5 more years. They just renewed?
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, the tough part is like, looking for 5 million based off of the current,
Like I said, you got to look beyond that if you're an investor. I'm doing a 1031 myself. I just sold a building on Main Avenue. I'm doing a 1031, putting it out in Delaware.
Okay, nice. Okay, well, that's kind of smart. Well, look, I mean, we own a couple of properties locally, and we'd love to try to take this down, but based on the income, we'd only probably be closer to like 3.5 million, which I know is not where you want to be, but it's just
you're wasting my time and your time. You know what properties are worth.
I know what they're worth, but the problem is when you have a tenant paying you half of, or 60% of rental market.
But like I said, tenants, they're 17 years, great tenants, no problems.
I agree.
Well,
That's
thank you.
fantastic. I just, the problem is I can't make an investment that loses money. So.
All right. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate it, John. You have a great day. So this is an example of somebody who wants a crazy amount of money for a building, 250 a foot for this type of building. By the way, the building here needs a new roof. You can tell that immediately, which is probably going to be $100,000. This guy, I think I spoke to this guy like 2 years ago, and I think he wanted like 4.5, and now he wants 5 million. Crazy money. The building is not in amazing condition. It's got a little bit of extra land. Yeah, based on my estimate, I mean, like it's like this building's never going to sell for 250 a foot ever. And if he's not open-minded to selling it for, anything in that range, there's just no way we're going to make any money. I mean, this guy's making 230 at most net, right? 230 a foot divided into a 7 cap, maybe even if you want to be somewhat aggressive, a 6.5 cap is only $3.5 million. This guy wants 5 million, which is below a 5 cap. No one on planet Earth is paying that right now, especially for this type of product. So guy wants way too much money. We'll cold call him every year for the rest of his life and see what happens. Maybe he changes his mind. Maybe he wants less eventually, but he's allowed to react that way, by the way. There's no reason to get hypertense about it or anything. Like, there's no reason to get frustrated. If someone tells you you're wasting my time, you're wasting my time. I don't need to say that to his face, but that's how I feel, right? Like, he's wasting everybody's time in regards to wanting a crazy number, but he's allowed to want a crazy number. Yeah, hi, Angela. My name is Henry. I was calling you about the property on. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I know I get a lot of calls. We're not interested in selling at this point.
Gotcha. I mean, even if you got a great number for it.
Yeah, not right now.
Okay.
We're all set.
Okay. I mean, is there a time frame in which I should follow up, or should I just take you completely off the list?
I mean, you can try a year from now, but
That's
as
fine.
far as I know, I don't think that we're looking to sell for a while.
That's fair. I can completely understand that. I mean, look, we would probably be at around like, probably close to 3.8 million for the building, somewhere in that range. So I don't know if.
Can you just send me like your email contact so I just have it?
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Is this your cell?
This is my cell, yeah.
All right, cool. I'll shoot you a text with my info, and then yeah, I'll follow up with you in a year, and if anything changes before that, you can always give me a call.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great day. Mark, my name is Henry. I was calling you about a property on. How you doing?
Yeah, well, we own 4 or 5 properties out there, and then we manage and broker some. So can you give me an address? Yes, Holiday Mall, sure.
Correct.
We only have 1 vacancy there right now. I only have about 1,500 square feet.
Yeah, I was calling about buying the building.
Yeah, it's not for sale. I'll be at full occupancy once I just rent that. So we're not looking to sell it. But if you want to shoot me your information, if there's anything else that we own are you a retail investor or?
Yes. I mean, retail. I would look at retail. I know. I mean, we would look at anything. I mean, like we're based in Monmouth County, but we buy everything local. A lot of stuff locally. Retail.
Have you been on LoopNet? Have you been on LoopNet or CREsync? I've got a medical office condo that's way below market. That's for sale.
Define way below market.
It'll be delivered. It's a 4,000 foot, fully built out, turnkey medical office condo that's worth about $2 to $225 a foot, and it's being marketed for about $120 a foot. It's an estate sale. Kids are dumping it to close the estate.
Is it rented or is it vacant?
Rented now, but the tenants, I'm moving the tenants to a larger building, so it's going to be delivered vacant.
Got it. Okay. Would you support in getting it leased out?
Leased out before it was sold?
I mean, obviously that would be a great scenario, but I doubt that's the case.
No, but it's we're in Ocean County, so we have all seniors. So medical office space is sort of a no-brainer here. It's a quarter mile from Community Medical Center, so that's where if you're looking for below market deals, that's certainly one to take a look at.
The one unit here, which is
the tenant medical office.
I see it here. Yeah, so it's the 3,900 feet unit.
Yes, that's correct.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha, Mark. Okay, yeah, let me take a look at it and see what we can do.
Yeah, and if you want to shoot me an email with your contact information, I've offloaded a lot of our stuff in the last, during the frothy market. So I actually have my own office, my old headquarters building, at 25 Route 37 West. That's what I thought you were calling me on. That's a 3 building complex. I've vacated it, so it's delivered vacant. It's three buildings, a 5,700 foot, a 2,500 foot, and a 1,500 with full site plan approval to build a 12,000 square foot office building.
Is this on the corner?
No, it's in line, but it's just off the corner of Route 9 and Route 37. So it's the busiest intersection in the entire town. If you shoot me your email address, I can forward you.
I'll shoot you a text.
Some of the stuff. Yeah, do you have my email?
I do not. Is this your cell phone?
No, this is you called on my.
Okay, sounds good, Mark. I appreciate it.
I'll wait to get that and I'll send you some stuff out.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Look, I don't mind working with brokers. I really don't. I don't ever mind working with brokers where they are going to bring me deals. If you want to bring me a deal, that's not a problem. I don't like working with brokers on the buy side, right? I'm viscerally against that, but I am not viscerally against working with brokers in the capacity of them sending me opportunities, right? I mean, that's what this is all about. So if other people want to send me deals and work deals, well, let's do some business. Yeah, hey, Keith.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Keith. My name is Henry. I was calling about the building you have on. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. I was calling you because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against the idea of selling one of your buildings here.
You know, you're an owner. You're not a broker.
I hold a license, but it makes it easier for me to buy stuff. But I'm a principal calling you to try to buy the building.
Okay. Why don't you pop in? We'll have a conversation. I have a little complexity in the deal right now, but I just want to. We'll have a conversation and see where it goes. I have it
listed
in an off-market thing.
Okay.
Yeah, with something that's gonna run for a period of time. Yeah, and I just would like to. I don't trade, on a regular basis, and I'd like to just go through make sure I have it clear in my head, and you do too.
That's fine. So just to be clear, Keith,
no,
that's fine. Just to be clear, so it looks like it's a 20 or so thousand foot office building, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it sounds like you also occupy it.
We do. We take about 5,000 feet, which actually right now is more space than we need, and we're flexible in that regard.
Okay. And based off of current income, including, I'm imagining what you would consider paying for your lease back of whatever percentage of the space you'd like, where do you feel like you're at income-wise right now?
I don't know. That's a good question. We have about 1,500 square feet on the ground floor that currently my partner retired, and it's vacant at the moment. The attraction to this other guy who did the listings, said that he thought that he had someone who would want to use the space too. So I don't know whether that is or is so or is not so.
So
but,
only in the whole building. So I just want to make sure I'm
Yeah.
understanding. The 21,000 and change square foot building, you only have 1,500 feet vacant?
Right.
Okay. And then with the rest of that building's bringing in how much money a month roughly?
I don't know. I mean, on an annual basis, I think it's a little over 600,000.
So you're generating like 600,000 a year?
Gross.
Yeah, 600 gross. Okay. And then I see that your taxes are roughly 63.5 grand.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Okay. And then I'm guessing based off of everything expense wise, because you're getting great rent here. You're getting like 30 a foot gross rent. That's great. I'm guessing you're probably walking away with maybe after 200,000 or so in expenses, maybe 250, depending.
Yeah, I mean, the expenses in the building are higher than they should be, probably. I mean, the last year or so, the HVAC expense is higher than it should be. So I think, I guess we might be getting that much. I really don't. I don't have it off the top of my head.
That's all right. You and I are just ballparking real quick.
With our
bank loan. They wanted reserved for the last year of the hospital. The second floor is East Englewood Hospital.
Got it.
So
What I'm just curious, how much do you have it off market for right now? You said you have it listed off market.
yeah, it hasn't gone out yet. We're looking for somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 or 5.
4.5 million?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And would you do, I guess you have the loan on it for like 2 and change million, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, how much feet did you want to vacate like upon closing? You wanted to get down to like what, 30,000?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're flexible in that way. We're an architectural firm, and some moments in time we're busier than others. So
That makes
this
sense.
is one of those times where we do a fair amount of medical and we do a lot of multifamily. And some of the smaller multifamily guys are in a little bit of a pause mode at the moment. So, but I think we live in the area. The 3 partners live within 2 miles of this office, so we're not going anywhere. But we'd probably be comfortable with a little less space.
Okay, cool. Well, look, let me run some numbers. I mean, look, based on the quick conversation we're having, I'd probably be probably a little closer to like 3.5 on the building, just given the situation. But I'll continue to run some numbers with my partners. I don't have the final say, obviously. I have a plan.
I don't want to waste anybody's time, and we're kind of too busy and too simple.
Yeah, I'm the same way, honestly. Like the way we buy and sell properties, I'm very much the same way. So I appreciate your candor. And
Where are you?
you said, where am I located? Monmouth County. He hung up by accident, I think. Hold on. I'm gonna redial him real quick. Keith, sorry, I lost you.
What'd you do to me?
I know, I felt the same way. I was like, oh, that. No, I'm based out of Monmouth County,
Oh, okay.
so
All right.
not too far.
Same. I give you my email if you'd like. Want to have further conversation?
Yeah, let's do that. Give me 1 second here. 1 sec. Let me just grab a pen that works. Go ahead. Okay, got it. All right, awesome. Keith, it was great chatting with you. Let me run some more numbers. Do you feel like it's even worth putting in writing something at around 3.5 million?
No,
It's not worth it.
no, not even. Yeah. I mean, we're generally comfortable continuing to own the building, and
That's fair. Well, look, I mean, let me see what I can do. I mean,
I don't know what made me agree to list it, but I guess I think some of the partners thought maybe it was time. But there's no pressure or no urgency to do anything at all.
got it.
So,
Yeah, I understand. Well, look, just out of curiosity, if I was even able to convince my partner to be at maybe around 4 million, is that even remotely something in a ballpark where we can start having?
I don't think I don't think I'd rush to do it. I think the other guy feels that he can get substantially more than that. So I think I'd be patient, even with his broker's fee. It'd still be it would still be better. So I think, and I've done the 1031s, and I know that
They're not fun.
The drill and the schedule.
Yeah. Well, look,
sometimes I think you're better off just paying the tax and being done with it.
Yeah, and Keith, am I talking to you on your cell phone or is this your office line?
It's my cell phone, but it may have come through the office.
Can I text? I'm saying, can I text you on this number?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Which number did you have?
The 2441
218 number. Yeah, that's it. That's good.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll shoot you a text so you have my info, and I'll keep in touch and see what I can do. And like maybe my partner can pay more than I'd be willing to do something with, and he would just buy it himself, and I can maybe work out a thing with your broker, and we'll call it a day. But let me have a conversation with him, and I'll get back in touch with you.
All right, very good. Okay,
thanks, Keith.
Henry.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Take care.
Take care. Bye. Interesting conversation to say the least. I mean, I think we had a nice conversation here. The guy's got an office building. First red flag, okay? But he's gotten crazy rent. This guy's getting 30 a foot, which is insanity. So he's probably netting out probably 18 a foot triple net, give or take, which is not bad. You know, he's netting 360. I mean, obviously the motivation just isn't there. It's a beautiful building. It's a nice, more modern looking building. I don't know what the interior condition looks like, but the other problem though is that he has it listed for sale apparently with a broker off market. However, obviously, look, I'm going to still play the game. I want to show you how the conversations would still go, and trying to see if we can do anything. I like the conversation. And I might have an office buyer, and I'll have to call up the broker. Yeah, Gary, my name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Great. I was calling you because my partners and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and we're looking to move some money for tax purposes. And I was curious if you'd be totally against the idea of selling the building.
I have one of the buildings on pattern already under contract.
One of the buildings, because I know you got two of them here. Are they on the same lot, or are they separate lots?
No, they're separate lots.
Okay, got it. What's the how much are you selling the other one for?
Well, the other one's not for sale yet because it looks like the tenant that's there. He has 3 years left on his lease, and then looks like they want to buy that building.
Got it.
So in 3 years. So I did give them I will give them the first option. Obviously it'll be market value. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. What'd you end up selling the one building for? What are you under contract for?
I think it was 4.7.
And how much square foot is that?
I think it's about 18,500.
That's an amazing offer. Well, best of luck with that. Do you have any other properties you might consider selling besides these?
Not at the moment. It was a good price, yeah. But you know what? I went by the cap rate.
Well, I guess you got a strong occupancy with good tenants there.
Yeah, I got strong occupancy there. So if you do that at a very fair cap rate. The building's the $5 million building.
Yeah, that's great. Well, look, I guess best of luck on the sale. I mean, I'm definitely interested in taking a look at something else if you have anything, but I'm guessing you're not. Are you looking at 1031 exchange into?
Nothing that I know at the moment. And I do get a lot of calls for those 1031 exchanges.
Yeah, are you going to 1031 or are you just going to pay the tax?
No,
gotcha.
I'm just going to pay the
tax.
Delaware.
Oh, a DST. Nice. Smart choice, my friend.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate the call. Thank you. And I guess I got to keep hunting for a good opportunity.
Yeah, keep me in mind. If something ever comes up, I do have 4 or 5 buildings.
Would you be open to maybe hearing an offer on one of the other buildings?
Probably not at the moment because there's too much tax right now.
Well, look, I mean, I don't mind if I close in 2026. What else would you be open to hearing an offer on?
You're limited on pocket. Yeah, because you're limited with the 1031 exchanges. And I can tell you, I've done a couple of 1031 exchanges.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that probably do it all the time, probably way more than I've ever done it. But sometimes I was willing to pay more just to the property because at least I don't give it to the damn government.
That's right. Yeah, that's all we care about is not giving it to the damn government. Do you have another building that you'd be maybe open to hearing an offer on that we can close the next year on?
Not that I know of. I just moved a brand new tenant into that building with a $600,000 tenant improvement. So probably not at this present moment. You know how things change, but
sure.
Not at this present moment.
All right. Well, look, yeah, I'll definitely keep you.
Yeah,
I'll give you a call back in a couple months and see how you're doing.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you for reaching out to me.
Of course, you got it. Take care. Definitely looks like we missed it. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Someone's paying a crazy number on this building. God bless. I mean, that guy's paying $300 a foot almost. Woo! Golly, I would not be anywhere near that. I am sorry, Gary. I mean, good luck, Gary. I mean, God bless, Gary. I would not be. I would probably be at $3 million, right? I mean, he probably has a very strong tenant in there, but the building's not worth $4.75 million. That's crazy. Yeah. Hi, Margaret. My name's Henry. I was calling you about the.
You mind it? Wait 1 minute. I can't hear a word you're saying. You're talking too fast. Now, who's calling?
Margaret, my name is Henry, and I was calling you about the property you have on. How you doing?
Okay, we don't have any property listed on our address.
On your address. Got it. Okay, I might have the wrong number.
We're on Halsey Road now. What are you saying? There's a listing for the property? Is that what you're saying?
There's not a listing for the property, no. I own an investment company, and I'm trying to buy more properties in town, and I was calling you and David to see if you'd be open to the idea of selling the property.
Okay, the best way to reach me is by email.
Is this even something you might consider? Just selling?
You'd have to speak with Dave.
Okay, you prefer I do it via email. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me grab a pen. I will. I'll shoot you an email. I'll have one of my team members shoot you an email, and we can take it from there. I mean, do you? I'm guessing you and him make that decision together.
You know what? You would have to speak with Dave.
Speak with Dave. Okay. And again, it was.
So why don't you email him?
I'm going to email him.
Okay.
I got your email here. No problem.
Okay, that's great. Email him.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. It sounded like he was like a secretary. I mean, it sounded. I thought it looks like they're married, but she's acting like that's not even the case. Hey, Spiros.
Yes.
Yeah, Spiros. My name is Henry. I was calling about your building on Connington Road. How you doing? I'm a local broker here in town, and I had a client of mine who's looking to expand, and I was just curious if you had any vacancy in the building.
What's he in the greenhouse business?
Yeah.
Who is that? Who wants to expand?
They're looking for like 10 to 20,000 square feet. I was just looking to see if you had any vacancy in it. They have a business in New York, and they're trying to.
I'm not interested in that. I got 500,000 square feet over 2 locations. It's still not enough.
Still not enough for you. Okay. I mean, is this something you might be open to selling for the right price, or you're just
Sure, I'll sell anything for the right price. Nobody's even come close.
What kind of price are you looking for?
A phone book?
How much is a phone book? $12?
I don't know, 40 million?
A phone book is 40 million?
Yeah. I'll sell Connington Road for that much.
How much square feet is this? Like 250,000?
Here I got 250,000 square feet.
Done. Okay. And then how much is that is in the the greenhouse area?
I can't hear you.
How much of that is in the greenhouse area?
I got 250,000 square feet. I got 200,000 square feet in greenhouse, and then offices and warehouses and food for the rest.
Okay, got it. Okay. 40 million, you said?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Then I'll go retire. I'm old enough.
Gotcha. I mean, do you feel like, last time I was working on these types of deals, we'd probably, for something like this, it'd be closer to like 15-ish million. I mean, I don't know if that's even close to where you need to be.
I'm not getting out of bed for that.
Would you get out of bed for 18, 20?
Nope.
That'd be 40 million. Okay, and I'm guessing.
I got 2 locations. This is my main one, and I got another one.
Gotcha. So okay, got it. So you're like, I mean, 40 million would get you to like retire the business kind of thing, or you'd continue doing the business?
No. Just my Connington Road location. The land's worth more. The land alone is worth 25. I can put townhouses on it.
Okay. So 40 million, and then would you?
Right behind me, they got 200 townhouses. They could give me 100,000 a lot. That's 20 million just in lands.
Okay, so then would you do a sale leaseback if I got someone to pay you 40 million? Would you stay and continue paying rent or no?
No. I think you guys called me last week. I told you that. Somebody called me from the same number last week.
Okay, so no, you just want to vacate. You'd take 40 million and you'd leave.
Oh yeah. I'm not leasing it back. I've been here my whole life. I don't have to lease it back to. I'm not leasing them back. If I'm getting paid, I'm leaving.
Gotcha. All right, that's what I wanted to clarify. Okay, understood. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, bye. Anyways, he's got a 250,000 square foot. The problem is that it's all agricultural, so it's not really like a normal warehouse. If it was a normal warehouse, I think it might actually be a good opportunity at like probably 20, 25 million. 40 million is crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, unless you got an owner occupant, I don't see how this actually sells. But well, anyways, let's delete this guy's number so we don't cold call him again. Yeah, hi. I was looking for.
This is he.
Yeah, hi. My name's Henry. I was calling about the building you have on. How you doing?
What can I do for you?
I was calling you because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against the idea of selling the building here.
Yeah, it's not for sale.
Okay, I can understand that. I mean, do you have any other properties you'd be more open to selling? Just like I said, we're kind of need to move some money.
Bear with me for a second. I'm thinking.
Sure.
Not really.
I mean, this is a beautiful center here on Main Street. I mean, is it more of like if you got the right price, you'd consider it, or?
Well, we're actually planning on demolishing part of it. We got approvals to build 190 apartments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, are you planning on developing it, or would you sell it to a developer like myself who would build it?
Probably not. But if you want to try to, I don't like to waste people's time. So I'm telling you honestly that it would take a number above market to get me to sell or to think about it seriously.
Okay. Would you?
With that in mind, if you want to run some numbers, won't hang up the phone on you.
No, I appreciate that.
For 190 units,
okay,
of which 38 are affordable.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm just going to take some notes while you're talking. 192, you said?
190.
190 approved units, and you said how many were affordable?
38.
38.
No, 38.
Got it. 38.
And the portion that's approved is the most northern portion
which used to be an Acme and about 16,000 square feet of satellites was.
Got it. You're saying of the building right now, that's the part you're going to demolish?
Correct.
The most northern part.
But we're going to retain the retail to the south between the large detention basin and Target, and that's about 90,000 feet of retail.
Gotcha. You're going to have about 90,000 feet of retail left?
Correct.
Okay, and then you're also going to have 190 apartments. Got it. Amazing. Okay. I mean, where do you, I know you said you had to be above market. Like where do you think that is? Like roughly? Like, I mean, again, I'm not going to hold you to a number. I'm just going to, just you and I ballparking a little bit.
I think the market units, I could probably, if I put it out for sale, be pushing it, but I think I could get 60 a unit.
60 grand a unit.
Yeah, for the market.
I understand. So something around, but I'm saying if you had an offer right now for around 60, would you agree to it?
I don't know. We're a family company, so I would have to sit and talk with everybody else.
That's fair.
Like I said, I wasn't looking to sell it, so it's not like I have a number in mind.
No, that's fair. I understand completely. Because then, did you guys also build the 85 Main Street portfolio?
Right.
Oh, very nice. I mean, would you consider selling that now and trading up into a bigger project, or no?
We generally are not sellers.
That's fair. I mean, neither are we until you get a number that you're like, why not sell and move it into something bigger,
Like I said, with respect to 85 Main, again, if you want to spend some time understanding that we're not looking to sell and see if you can wow us, we'll, of course, give you the courtesy of listening.
No, I appreciate that. And to make sure I'm also understanding correctly, the one where you have 190 approved units, that's for riders, correct?
Correct.
Okay, the Acme is being torn down?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And you still have 90,000 feet of retail there? That's amazing.
Yeah. How did you come to me?
Look, I mean, we run a small family office, probably similar to, or obviously you guys run a pretty big family office now with the assets you have. It's great stuff here. But I run a small family office and, we target specific areas that we like to buy in, and you happen to have a few properties in that area and we'd like to start buying more stuff in this area. So I'm curious, so just to obviously I know you got to bring it to the family, but so you're saying around 60, in and around the range of 60 a door for the approved units, the 190. And then how much would you need roughly for the... Say that again?
I said the 60 is what I think market probably is.
I know, so you'd probably want more than that. Again, I'm just taking a ballpark. You know what I mean? I know you're not like saying you're going to take it. I'm just trying to have some type of figures here. And then how much would you need for the remaining 90,000 feet of retail that's standing roughly? To even get you to start considering talking to the family?
You have no idea. You come at me by surprise because these are not things I'm thinking of selling.
I believe it.
So I don't have a number in my head.
Gotcha. No, that's fair. That's fair. Would you, just out of curiosity, and I know that you and I are just talking because I know you're not really looking to sell anything, but is there one that you maybe think that is a little bit more of a nuance than the other ones, like maybe the smaller center you have on Main Street?
No.
Okay. So like realistically, it's like if you were to sell anything, which I'm not saying you're interested in doing, so it would have to be probably at above market and, maybe Riders Lane, I can put something in writing too. Is that accurate?
I don't want to give you the impression that...
I know you don't want to sell or have to sell. I am very aware. Very clear.
Okay.
I do.
Because I don't like wasting people's time.
No, it's fine. Listen.
These guys to hold your door. Let me know. Like, I want to hear that today I'm worth more than yesterday. I don't like to do that to people.
No, that's fair. All right. Well, look, I mean, Mordechai, do you think just because, I also run... I'm calling you as a principal, right? Like my family and I are trying, we buy like 10 to $20 million worth of real estate a year. I mean, like we're not a huge fund, but we buy a lot of stuff, right? But I run a commercial real estate brokerage. I'm not asking for a listing at all, but I'm saying I have a lot of off-market product that maybe you might be interested in. I mean, is the family looking to buy more stuff, or are you guys content with where you're at?
The only thing we might be interested in buying is multifamily 3-4 stories, not more than 25 years old, within an hour's drive of Manhattan, 10 to 25 price range.
And do you have like a certain metric you look for when you find these types of assets? I mean, are you looking for a cash on cash? Are you looking for a price per unit, a cap rate?
We try to achieve a 6 cap rate.
6% plus cap rate. Let me do that. I think that might be a better way for us to work together. But I'll also run some numbers on the riders lane stuff. What's the best email for you? I'll put something together and then we can chat further on it. All right, I'll shoot you a text with my info then. Again, my name is Henry Eisenstein. Nice chatting with you. I'll shoot you a text now. I appreciate you a lot.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye. Good conversation. I mean, like very nice guy. Very, very nice guy. I think there's a huge opportunity for us to make some money together.
And were you going to present him an offer?
Probably. I mean, this is not just a straightforward deal. I mean, like this is a very nuanced deal. So let's run some numbers real quick, right? So this guy's got 190 apartments to be built, plus 90,000 square feet of retail. So the retail itself is probably worth, it's probably worth something like 200 per foot. I'd like to try to get it for like 150 a foot. The 190 apartments, he's right. I mean, you're probably going to be between 40 and 60 a door if you were to sell it. And he was saying he wants 60 plus there. So what I could say is something like let's say we offer him like 62 a door up here, but I'm going to try to make it up down here and try to get this for like 140, like try to get this for less than this, try to get it for like 125 a foot. So I would be at like 90 times 125. So let's just say I would offer him 10 million over here plus 62 a door. So I'm getting my discount overall for the whole thing. Like at the end of the day, the number is going to come to what? Let's run some numbers real quick. So 190 times 62 a door is 11. Okay, let's move this over. So this here is 11,780, and then I can try to say this is 10 million. But what I could do is like I'll even be like really aggressive with this guy and say I'll offer you 20 million for the whole thing. Because that way I'm getting a very good deal over here. But realistically, I think I could sell, if I parceled it out, this 90,000 feet, I could easily sell for like 160 a foot. So like 160 all day. So 160 times 90,000 is 14.4. So I can easily sell off this stuff here for like 160 to 170 a foot. So I could probably get between 14 and 15 million just for this retail over here. If I parceled it out or even refied, I could pull all my money out on that. And then I'm buying the apartments for a steal, in my mind, because, technically those apartments, if I got it for like 25 a door times 190, that's like $5 million, and this is worth 15 all day. So it's like overall this could work, like this year, because I know that like I could probably sell the 190 apartments for like $10 million, something like that. 8 to 10 million. I could just sell that for 8 to 10 million, and then I could own the retail for 12. 8 to 10, or 12, 10 to 12 million. So there's some opportunity here. It depends. I know it really there is some opportunity here in maybe trying to make something happen. So we will see. Hello, David.
This is not David Beck. This is Jeffrey Thomas. May I ask who this is and what it's regarding?
Yeah, my name is Henry. I'm sorry. I was looking for the property owner of a building. I'm guessing this is the wrong number.
No, we're one of the tenants there. He's actually one of our business partners. I can pass the message and take a number if you'd like.
Sure. Go ahead. Let me grab a pen. Oh, you want my phone number to give him? Oh, sorry. I misunderstood what you said. Yeah, you can. My name is Henry.
Henry.
Yeah, phone number, direct line is 908.
Okay, and what's it regarding?
I was calling him about the building.
Yeah. What about what though? Because he's not going to call you back if you don't tell me what this is regarding.
I run an investment company and I'm going through a 1031 exchange, and I was calling to see if he'd be open to hearing an offer on the building.
Oh yeah, he's not going to be interested in that. I'll tell you that right up front. We're trying to actually acquire more buildings in the area. So.
Gotcha. So if I wanted to sell something, then we should talk.
Yeah, I mean, you could send us an email if you want to sell something. Yeah, I mean, if there's something in the area, but unless it's probably below market, we're probably not going to buy it.
So what do you just buy discounted office buildings in the area? Is that the niche or what?
No, we do invest. We're a healthcare org, so we do investment properties. We typically buy properties, rezone them, and build them into healthcare facilities.
Gotcha. So like, again, I have an acquisitions company that basically finds great off-market deals. Plus, I obviously am reaching out to a few select properties every now and again. So I'm sure that, you, me, and David would probably get along pretty well on these calls and try to get a clear idea of what you're looking for. And I can have one of my acquisitions guys try to find you something.
Yeah, I mean, we have our own team that does the same thing. So, what I'll do is I'll tell you what, just do me a favor, just take my email, send me an email with what you guys do and what.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. What's your email?
Yep.
All right, I'll shoot you a text as well. So I'll have my team send you an email and I'll shoot you a text, okay?
Awesome. Thanks, Edward. Appreciate it.
Yep, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Sometimes you just gotta be, maneuver, as much as you can. I'm gonna build some trust with the guy, that I'm not just some piece of garbage that he's gonna forget about 2 seconds later. What has he got? So healthcare, buys, develops, and occupies. Yeah, Ted, my name is Henry. I was calling you about a building you have on. How are you?
Good. It's not for sale.
Not for sale. I figured, because obviously if you wanted to sell it, you'd probably be on the market.
Yeah, you're the second and third guy who called me, right?
I bet. I mean, look, I run an investment company and I'm trying to move some money for tax purposes. And I'm just curious. I mean, do you happen to have anything else besides this building that you'd be open to selling?
All I have.
That's all you have. And is it more of a price thing? Like if you got a great price for it, you'd consider it, or do you occupy it?
No, even if you offer me 3 times the amount of money, it's staying in the family. It's in my estate planning.
Gotcha.
The building is part of the business, right?
Got it.
Without that building, I don't have a business because that's my warehouse.
Got it. Yeah, because I mean, typically what we've done is we've set up a sale leaseback, so we would pay a great price for the property.
I don't need it.
Got it. Well, it sounds like you're in a great position. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right,
Yeah. Bye. Yeah. Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. My name's Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on. How you doing?
Good.
Great. I was calling you because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against the idea of selling the building.
Me too. I am too.
Oh, you are?
Come to me.
Okay, maybe we'll flip properties. You buy one of mine, I buy one of yours.
Hey, what do you got to me? About the strip centers and industrial buildings. What do you got?
Okay, let's take a look here. Are you, by the way, just to clarify, are you selling Jolene and then 1031ing or?
No, I don't sell. I'm not selling that one. No way. I sold something else.
Gotcha. Okay. My partner and I have 2 buildings. One of them is in Warren, and it's a retail with office above, fully occupied, I believe, as of right now. 2006 build. So we're selling that and that's like an 8+ cap rate.
You're a broker. You're a broker?
I am a broker and investor. I do everything. I own buildings, and I also am a broker.
But this building you're picking me is yours, or it's listing?
My partner solely owns that one, and then the other one I have that I have with a partner that I own. So you could do that one if you want to.
Okay.
So I have one in Warren.
I don't buy cap rates. I buy upside potential.
So you want to value add. So then you'd like the one I have. I have a retail shopping center, 20,000 feet in Sussex, New Jersey. We have we could do seller financing on that for 5 years. The price per square foot is very lucrative, and there's a lot of upside in the deal. I mean, it's a low cap rate because there's got a lot of upside.
Mm-hmm. What's the cap rate now? Going in,
it's like a 4 maybe. It is horrible. That's why, it's just it's a value add play. I mean, look, you're going to be buying it at roughly, let's say, $3 million. You're buying it at 150 a square. The market rent in that area is $18 to $20+ a foot triple net.
What's up with the tenancy?
There's a bunch of vacancy. That's why it's a low cap. It's a bunch of vacancy, and there's some ability to get them occupied.
If your guy couldn't lease it, what makes you think I should do it?
I'm not saying he can't lease it. They just went vacant. They just went vacant.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like. Yeah, I'm looking for properties that they got tenants in there. The rents are $8, $9 a foot that they're paying, but the going rent is $16, $17 a foot. That's what I'm looking.
I'm saying that's exactly what Sussex is. I'm saying these tenants literally left 30 days ago or less. They left 30 days ago.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for tenants that are occupied, that are there already, on old leases. Very hard to find. And so maybe I'll buy one building every 2 years, but it doesn't matter. That's what we look for. That they're there, good tenants,
Uh-huh.
paying the next years.
What budget are you looking at spending?
3, 4, 5 years. Doesn't matter. The amount doesn't matter. Up to anywhere from 5 to 30 million.
Okay, and just retail in New Jersey?
No, it's not only retail. It could be warehouse also in Jersey.
Okay, got it. Why don't I grab your email and I'm in the middle of a bunch of projects, so if I have every number of every property in the state of New Jersey. Okay. Okay. Yep, sounds good. I'll take a look at what we have, both on the broker side and stuff I own, and maybe we'll try to make something happen. How much is your 1031 for?
3.
For three?
Put more money into it.
3 million. Got
3
it.
million.
Got it. I mean, just to be clear, 3 million is your total purchase price, or 3 million is your out of pocket
No, out of pocket. That's what I have
to put down. Okay.
coming in.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I will let me take a look at what I got. I got a couple interesting options and I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much.
Bye. All right. I mean, look, not exactly how we expected the call to go, but I'm not going to complain about it. He's got a beautiful shopping center, which anyone would love to buy. Beautiful shopping center. And he's a good buyer. He's got a 1031 exchange ready to go. I like that he's a very direct talk. I like people who are direct. I love people who are just like straight to the fucking point. I love it. Even though sometimes they're like, F you, goodbye, and they hang up.